Hello everyone, my name is Tara G. Welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. The bold and the beautiful spoilers show that ever since Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, left for Paris, it feels like Hope Logan, Annika Noel, completely forgot about everything she said about the new man he was and how his future was so bright. As soon as he was out of town, Hope's vision fell on John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, immediately, and she has been annoying Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline Massinswood, with how much time they spend together. While there probably isn't much to worry about with Finn, Steffy still gives Hope the death stare every chance she gets. While it is strange that Hope has developed this weird crush on Finn, let's not forget who the cheater in the marriage is. Steffy kissed Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, not long ago and never mentioned it to her husband. So does she have any right to be upset? The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Fans react to the storyline. Viewers were sure to let their voices be heard on an official Instagram post from the bold and the beautiful. The post included a photo of Hope and Finn looking at each other with the caption, "Does Steffy have reason to worry?" Here's what the fans had to say about this storyline. No sense. This is BULL's **T. Beyond disgusting. Hashtag bring back Thomas. Hashtag we want Hope. Hope had way more chemistry with Thomas. And like so many have said, this storyline is just plain bad writing. It makes no sense at all whatsoever. This soap opera had Hope crying and declaring that she was done with Liam because of his divided heart and feelings. She said she only wanted a man that wanted just her. That led to Thomas. And spoilers. Should Steffy Forrester tell Finnegan the truth? It's quite clear how viewers feel about the storyline, and honestly, who can blame them? They've been pretty lackluster storylines lately, and this one just doesn't make much sense. How suddenly Hope changed her mind about these men, and now suddenly has this big crush on Finn. Meanwhile, Steffy should be more worried about telling her husband the truth about what's going on and what happened with Liam. She is too worked up about Sheila Carter, Kimberlyn Brown, and Hope to realize that she's doing wrong. What do you think? Will Steffy tell Finn the truth about her kiss with Liam? And what do you think about Hope's newfound crush on Finn? Share your thoughts, and remember to keep watching the CBS soap to see what happens next. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with B&B right now. Come back here often for the young and the restless spoilers, news, and updates. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Tuesday, April 30, tease that Hope Spencer, Annika Noel, will face a painful ordeal. When the lights go out at Forrester Creations, Hope's mind will naturally drift back to another power failure. She'll remember the frightening night she endured on Catalina Island and the heartbreak it resulted in. P&B fans can expect Hope to be rattled by her difficult memories. She'll believe the sorrow she felt holding dead Beth Spencer in her arms is always going to haunt her. Of course, we know that wasn't actually Beth, but Hope will be kept out of the loop for now. She'll confide in Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, later, but he'll have a chat with Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, in the design room first. Bold and the beautiful spoilers. Sally warns Thomas. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Sally will advise against pursuing Hope. She won't think Thomas needs to interfere in Hope and Liam Spencer's, Scott Clifton, marriage, but Thomas will view that as a temporary situation. He'll argue that Liam isn't a reliable choice for Hope and praise himself as the better man for her. However, Sally will point out that Thomas has no room to talk. Liam's been known to do his fair share of waffling between women. But what about Thomas? He's been just as bad, if not worse. Talk will turn to the pain Sally felt over getting ditched twice. She'll confess that she had some revenge fantasies, that she found real love with Wyatt Spencer, Darren Brooks, and it settled her down. Thomas won't see what's wrong with reuniting Liam and Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline Massinswood. He won't see what's wrong with giving Douglas Forrester, Henry Joseph Samiri, a mother either. Thomas will feel like everyone's going to get what he or she wants. Sally will correct Thomas on that. She'll suggest Thomas really means everyone gets what he wants, which certainly isn't the same thing. Suddenly, Wyatt will appear at the door, which will leave Sally wondering just how much he overheard. Nevertheless, she'll try to cover once Thomas exits. Sally will assure Wyatt of her love for him and promise she was just supporting Thomas as a friend. Back with Thomas, he'll meet up with Hope and learn a secret. Hope will admit she misses Steffy, Liam, and both of the girls, but Fleet Foresters, Isabella B. Armas, and Rosalind On, absence has hit her the hardest. They have a strong bond, so Hope will feel like Phoebe is part of her. Bold and the Beautiful Spoilers, Shauna and Zoe lecture Flo. Across town, Shauna Fulton, Denise Richards, and Zoe Buckingham, Kiara Barnes, will remind Florence Flo Fulton, Katrina Bowden, of what's at stake. They'll discuss the nightmare that would result from coming clean, but Flo will want to put an end to all this. Zoe will still think Flo and Shauna should leave town, but Shauna will insist that Flo needs to embrace her chance at happiness. The Bold and the Beautiful fans won't want to miss this exciting episode. We'll give you updates as other B and B news and rumors emerge. Stay tuned to the CBS soap, and don't forget to check CTS often for the latest Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, rumors, updates, and news. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers tease that Hope Spencer, Annika Noel, will be feeling suspicious. She has been doing her best to deal with her ongoing grief over losing her daughter Beth Spencer. As B and B viewers know, Beth is alive and well and living as Fee Forrester, Isabella B. Armas, and Rosalind On, but of course Hope doesn't know that. According to B and B spoilers, 2 of the 4 people who do know about Beth's status will soon get totally busted by Hope as they're having a conversation about Beth. Florence Flo Fulton, Katrina Bowden, and Zoe Buckingham, Kiara Barnes, are always having clandestine conversations about Beth. Since Flo seems to constantly battle guilt over her participation in Reese Buckingham's Wayne Brady, baby swap, and adoption scam. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Flo Fulton reminded on regular basis. Flo periodically feels so guilty that she threatens to tell Hope that Beth is alive, and Zoe has to talk her down, reminding her what's at stake if she spills the truth. Of course, if the truth ever came out, both Flo and Zoe could easily face criminal charges and end up spending time in prison. But Flo needs to be reminded of this on a regular basis. Well, it seems that Flo and Zoe will be having one of these very conversations when Hope happens to be nearby. According to B and B spoilers, Hope will hear the ladies talking about Beth, and that will of course pique Hope's interest. It looks like Hope won't catch the whole conversation, but she'll hear enough to know that something's up. Plus, she'll probably notice that Zoe and Flo's conversation is tense and combative, and that will concern Hope. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Hope Spencer will be suspicious, of course. Flo will probably be tempted to come clean to Hope right then and there and relieve her guilty conscience. But she'll probably quickly remember that she made a pact with Zoe and Shauna Fulton, Denise Richards, to keep the baby's secret between the 3 of them forevermore. Zoe and Flo will have to come up with some clever cover story explaining why they were discussing Beth. But that shouldn't be too difficult to do. After all, they could simply say that they were discussing how Hope's been doing since losing Beth, and that will probably satisfy Hope. Although B and B spoilers indicate that Hope will be initially suspicious of the pair's conversation, it looks like they'll ultimately cover themselves and get out of the situation. It will be interesting to see what kind of story Zoe and Flo spin when they get confronted by Hope. Do you think that Hope will continue to be suspicious of the pair even after they offer an explanation? As always, more detailed spoilers and a full collection of pictures for the week in question will appear here on Celebrating the Soaps, where there will be more clues and hints over exactly what's going on. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers tease that Hope Logan, Annika Noel, is in serious danger now that Thomas Forrester, Matthew Atkinson, has successfully cut her off from Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton. With Clifton's character's manipulated gaze directed back to Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline Messins Wood, Hope is living in Thomas' fantasy world. As risky as it seemed, the drug plan Thomas hatched worked. Liam's chemically altered drink caused him to see Steffy as he once did. Yes, Steen reconnected because Thomas engineered Liam's interest. Bold and the beautiful spoilers. Thomas' behavior is deadly. Hope has no idea just how much behind-the-scenes work Thomas has been doing since he returned from New York. The scheme to pair her with Douglas Forrester, Henry Joseph Samiri, as often as possible created a far quicker bond than would normally have been possible. Using that innocent boy as a puppet on many occasions, from the forged illustration to various Go Fish games, along with time-spending requests, and the invented letter from Caroline Spencer, Lindsay Godfrey, all provided a blueprint for what Thomas would do when he learned that Fede Forrester, Madeline Valdez, and River Davidson was actually Beth Spencer. As B&B fans know, Thomas initially planned on telling Hope the whole truth. But he turned on a soapy dime, deciding to use the horrific knowledge as part of a plan to make her his wife and Douglas' stepmother. Sander Avant, Adane Bradley, strongly believes that Thomas is responsible for Emma Barber's, Nia Sue, shocking death. But the other two baby swap secret keepers, Flo Fulton Logan, Katrina Bowden, and Zoe Buckingham, Kiara Barnes, aren't as sure. Of course, Sander's suspicions are correct, which reinforces the fact, not opinion, that Hope is in Thomas' direct line of fire. All soap fans can see that Thomas' feelings toward Noel's embattled character could surely turn from his version of love to serious consequences. Hope wouldn't necessarily have to learn about everything Thomas has done, or even realize a little bit. Instead, she could simply resist his rush and face whirlwind fallout actions. With Liam now seemingly neutralized, Hope will need her mom's interest if she's to be protected from catastrophe. https://band_cbs/status/1145331154445254536. It feels as though B&B is writing Thomas into containing Hope and Douglas in some unknown area. Possibly it will be a trip to an island or a hike into the mountains. With whatever he does, or however it happens, Hope will eventually be forced to see Thomas without his mask. Yes, the projected chaos will be worth it, as Beth will be regained, unless, of course, Brooke or another character saves the day. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel and stay with us.